Okay people, welcome back to some more iRacing. Today I've got a serious treat for you. We are racing at Summit Point Raceway. A new one to me. But there's the green lights and we'll get away. We did qualify in a very bad 9th position or 10th position I think. Basically the qualifying all went wrong. Early on we're going to make a move down the inside. And we're actually going to get 2 cars in that move, so up we go to P8. So it was about, I knew that the people around me were going to be slower than me because I knew I could qualify better than I did. I just made 2 massive mistakes in qualifying. There's another position there on the right. I think if we've got him, he's still there.
Still there. Still there.
We have the inside line. That's an easy move. Up to P7 now. So, best hopes for this race. I mean, as you can see in the bottom left there, you can actually see my I rating would go down in our current position. So I wanted to at least make sure that we didn't do that. So at least 1 more position to ensure that. Ideally a top 5, ideally a top 3. But let's see how we can get on. P7 currently. There's 19 laps of this circuit. This will be a slightly shorter video, I will explain why later, and don't worry, no, I don't completely crash out. Just still warming up these tyres, don't want to do anything too risky at this stage of the race. Got a good amount of laps left. Each lap, you're looking about 54 seconds is the best I've done. And there's an incident ahead, all sorts of mess. Waits,
right side, clear
and
right,
here we go.
right, clear right.
The key there was just waiting and seeing where we could come out and where we could safely pass. We're up to P3, unbelievably. Things are looking very rosy. And P2 doesn't look super steady, so we've definitely got him in our sights. So leader's doing a 55. We know we can go quicker than that, so can we look at P1? Just focusing in, trying to get my lines right now, trying to get into this race a bit. Oh dear. Okay, so we followed the Mazda there out wide and we clipped a back wheel on the grass and lost it. So we moved back into P6, I believe. We'll be sure of that when we cross the line, but I think it is P6. Disappointing, obviously. We're now 3 seconds away from the driver in front. So I will skip ahead. Can we catch them?
That's a new fastest lap.
I want to get up there. I want to at least catch them. And we cut forward all the way to lap 16. With only 5 laps left. We're 1 second off him. So it took us a good 10 laps to close down 2 more seconds. But they are battling ahead. So we will keep our eye on that and maybe try and sneak in. So if we can get past 2 of them, that would be top 3, which is where we span out, which would be a really good result.
Podium here.
Derek believes we can get a podium, so that's nice to hear. But this Tinder car in front has been behind the green car for the majority of the race. And there's a time in which you have to make a move because you will let the driver behind in, which they have done. So now I'm in this 3-car battle, and I'm just waiting for something to happen. We had no more mistakes on the next 10 laps. We raced really well and did manage to catch these 2, so pretty good going there. And you can see we got the run here on the Tinder car. We've got the more speed out the corner.
Right side.
We're on the inside line for the next corner. This should be fairly simple as long as it gives us the space.
Hold your line.
It does. Are we round?
Still there.
We are round.
Clear right.
Tinder car dealt with. Green Mazda up next, the number 8.
Keep it coming.
4 P3 with 3 laps left.
It's getting closer. The gap's come down to 0.35 P4.
Now after this video we will have a look at some of the replays from the race because it's obviously quite a short one and there were some pretty interesting
Don't let
incidents.
this guy distract you.
So we're do have the run on this guy again. We could make the move down the inside here, but we sensibly back out, try and give ourselves a good run into the next corner, which we don't really get because we couldn't get on the accelerator when we wanted because the Mazda in front was too slow. Now we've got Tindercar on our right, who is now in front of us. We do have the inside line. We have to brake later. We do brake later. And if you look in the mirrors, the Tindercar actually went off the track there. He must have just tried to brake so late, and it just didn't work for him. It's not going to work on that outside line.
2 laps remaining. Your last lap time was 55.
2 laps left. Really need to make it happen. He locks up very slightly, so we've definitely got him on the ropes. We know that much. Now can we get the run? We're going to sensibly wait, just like we did last lap. Let's try the run down the second straight before the final corner. Looks like we do have the run. We do have the pace. We're going to make the same move on him that we did on the Tinder car. Are we going to make it work this time?
Hold your line. Clear right.
He pretty much backed out of that. He didn't want any part of it.
Nice one, Thomas.
And there is P3. So, we've got 1 lap to hold. We did the move at the perfect time. I mean, maybe ideally on the final corner of the last lap, but we can't have it all. So, 1 lap to keep it together. Kulja behind is now under pressure from Lewis, so I think we're going to manage to get away from him now. I don't know if Lewis will be able to get past. But all in all, as long as we hold this, really good from 10th place up to 3rd. Back down to 7th, back up to 3rd. Really decent driving. Obviously there was that mistake in there, which if I could take back, I probably would still end up in P3. So all in all, we can't complain too much. We got 0x. We are now 0.3 off of the 4 rating we need to race the Porsches. And there is the finish line. So P3, really happy.
Well done, decent drive.
Let's take a look at some of the replays. So here's the start. We got a decent start. That Tinder car just tickled the brakes there, and I don't know why. That gave us the run on him down the inside. In case you don't know, we're obviously the blue and yellow little car, because why not? So this is at the point where we kind of got stuck behind these two battling. I think it gives us the run up to the next corner. Maybe. TV camera's not so good at this track. Yeah, we get past 1 at least. So that was P7, I believe, without anyone crashing, apart from that car that just went off, but he was behind us. So we went up 3 places on the first, 5 corners. Pretty good going. Our lines are looking good. So here was the crash. Here's what I saw. Couldn't pick a side. Picked the right side in the end. And this is the car up full. Yeah, he sticks it down the inside. There's just no room there. It's pretty poor. It's all on the Red Bull number 6. He might have had more speed than the number 1, but there's no room on that inside. So this is the moment we span out. Just see how punishing it is. That back tyre just touching the grass. Got a nice slow-mo shot of that as it literally just creeps onto it. You can see some tyre marks there from other people doing it. But yeah, as soon as it touches, it's obviously rear-wheel drive. We're just going to lose it. I didn't deal with it super well. I should have come off the brakes and just let the car sort of ride it. But yeah. Easier said than done at the time. And here's our moves on position 4 and 3. So we get the run on the Tinder car, take it down the inside, and he gives us the space. Good driving all round. He does run a little bit wide, trying to get a bit more speed. Touches the grass. Lucky he didn't lose it there. And that was us up to P4. This is when we looked to make the move on the green car, but we've backed out of it sensibly. But it did give us a bad exit, so Tinder was trying to get us back at this stage. And he is actually in front of us by some way. He just misses his braking point. Yeah, that's very disappointing for him. After 20 laps of the race, that one's got to hurt. One more clip to see, and that will be our move on the green car. So we faked the inside there to try and put him offline. I think really all it did was put us slightly offline. We made that fake move a little bit too late. But we are very, very close, and I think he knew that we was going to get past. By the time he gives us that inside line on this next corner, you see, you've got to move over as the green car and defend the inside now. He didn't. I'm now alongside him. I have the inside line. There's just nothing he can do. That's why he backs out, in case I outbrake myself and hit him. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like, subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you in the next episode.